Hi, I'm Janie Lawson and I'm a milliner. I run the Glam Hatters Tea Parties. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make hair accessories. In this tutorial I'm going to show you how to make a feathered hair ornament. You will need some cinnamon, some feathers, some crystals, a hair clip and some thread. You can buy all of these in your haberdasher store, or you can buy them in our Glam Hatters craft kits if you visit the website. So what I'm going to do first is add the feathers. I should tell you that this cinnamon is a double layer. Now I've cut it to a teardrop shape, but you could really cut it to any shape you like. We've got this nice shape here, or you could do a star or a circle, anything you like. I've kept it simple with this teardrop. I'm going to pop on the feather and pin it in place. And then I've got another layer of feathers here so that you've got them coming at different angles, which covers more of the hair ornament. So now I've got them pinned, I'm going to start stitching them on, and you stitch them on through the ribbon rather than through the feathers. So I've got a double thread that I'm using, and I've tied a knot at the end to hold it all in place. Now I'm going to do a quick few stitches just to get everything in place, and then I'm going to cover up the stitches using my crystals. Now if you find it a bit tough to get the needle through it at some points, use the table to help you. But if it's your mum's dining room table, make sure you put a book or something down first. Okay, so now that I've pretty much covered the ribbon, I mean, you guys can do a lot more work on there if you want to and get it completely covered. What I'm going to do is I'm going to dot some crystals around the edges. So this will help to hold the two layers together, but also gives it a nice little shimmer as you move your head. You just see all the sparkles coming through the feathers. Now, the cinnamon is really great because it's got this kind of grid pattern. So you can do quite big stitches. You can see I'm doing really big stitches underneath, and you won't see them through the cinnamon because it will just get disguised with the pattern. So I can get rid of that pin now. Okay, so this is the last crystal to go on, and I'm going to do a double stitch at the back to hold it securely. And then I'm just going to go through the loop of the stitch so that there's a nice knot, and then trim off the excess. And now we're going to sew on our hairpin to keep it all in place. I'm going to lay the hairpin flat against the back, and I'm going to pop it on the side because it's easier to stitch along. So you start sewing from the back, so you've got your knot at the back. Do my little lasso stitch so that it doesn't ping through the cinnamon, which it just has. I'm going to tie another knot, trim off the excess. Then I'm going to do my little lasso stitch because the cinnamon has got such big holes in, you don't want to have to make a massive knot. The easiest way to avoid that is not to pull the stitch all the way through, and then to come back through the other side and go in between the loop of the stitches. And now I can lay the curby pin on its side and I'm going to stitch along the curvy side of the pin and then turn it the right way up once it's stitched on, because that just makes it easier to stitch. And one more stitch. And that will hold the pin nice and securely so it doesn't come off when you're wearing it. Now I'm going to do a double stitch at the back to finish off, and then on the second stitch go through the loop and trim it off. And then I turn my hair clip around, and that is my fascinator. You can just bend a little shape in there so it's not flat to your head. And that is how to make a feathered hair ornament.